Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morale Booster with John Ughulu. And today I have a very great entrepreneur. Her name is Pratibha Day. So Pratibha, thank you for joining me on the program.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. So Pratibha, before I allow you to do your own formal introduction of who you are, I would like to remind my listeners and my viewers, those of you watching via YouTube and those of you listening via podcast, I want to remind you to please remember to share this message, because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. So promise me you will share it. Thank you. All right, so Pratibha Day, thank you for joining me on the program. My listeners and my viewers are more than eager to hear from you. Can you please tell us who Pratibha is and what Pratibha does?
Sure. So I'm the founder of Chai Together LLC, which I've transitioned into a business, and it's originally a YouTube channel, which showcases the journeys of individuals with mental illnesses and physical impairments and represents their resiliency. I'm also a motivational speaker and an upcoming author. My book is entitled Resiliency, A Woman's Journey from Scarcity to Success. I'm also a caregiver and a teacher. And my academic background is also in education and interpersonal communication. So that's all of me.
Oh, okay, that's great. So, so basically, you say you are the CEO of Chai Together, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is Chai Together all about? Like, I know you said it's about mental health. So what precisely do you talk about, or what do you advocate for?
Yes, so I advocate for mental health. I interview individuals who have journeys relating to their mental health and that they've overcome them, and also focus on rare diseases and survivors. That's basically all. Mm-hmm.
All right, so typically you do like a motivational, you have a motivational channel for them, right?
Yes, and very much focused on suicide prevention, suicide awareness, and NAMI as well. NAMI is the National Allegiance for Mental Illnesses, and that resource is there for them as well. And I'm still building my business as it's fairly new. Okay,
that's great. You have chosen, a very unique niche. Yes. And the set of people you are, working with or inspiring and motivating are people who truly need people like you to inspire them. I know you are a motivational speaker. You've been trained and, certified by the world-renowned, motivational speaker, Les Brown. So how has that journey been for you now that you have chosen the journey of inspiring people with mental health or rare disease conditions?
I believe it catapulted me into doing so because my first video that I created on camera was for the 3-minute submission for Les Brown. Ever since then, I've been very much comfortable with the camera.
Right.
So it's helped me.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing we all need to learn how to do. You got to be comfortable with the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but how is it going for you so far?
How's it going for me? Yeah. So it's going really great. I haven't completed it yet, and I'm still in within my 7 weeks. However, I'm learning a lot, and it really helps me in my personal life and my professional life.
Okay, so so how do you tend to the needs of these, the niche? Do they have to call on your program? Do you have like a networking group? What exactly do you do to help?
Well, I started Chai Together while being in the Power Voice family, and also in the podcast group online. So a lot of the people that are going to be on my channel are just from all different social medias from Instagram, LinkedIn, groups, and just people I know as well. So, and I'm booked until next year. So I'm
wow, that's amazing.
yeah.
There's no better feeling than knowing that what the effort you are putting out there is really meaningful and impacting lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since you've
The one thing I do want to say though, when I say the words "I'm booked until next year," it's not to in a bragging sense that, oh, my show is booked. Like, the purpose isn't to book the show. The purpose is to showcase people's journeys and how they can help other people through their story. So it's not about just booking anybody or any person after person, because that's not fulfilling and that's not doing anything for people. I want people who are warriors and not warriors. So I want people who are strong enough to tell their story. And if they're not strong enough, it's okay. Like, take your time. You don't have to be on my show.
Right.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Because it's not everybody, like you said, some people are camera shy.
Yeah.
Some people don't want their stories out there. You and I have chosen a journey that, a lot of people are scared of.
Yes.
We have chosen to put our lives out there, our face out there, talking about what we have a passion for.
Yeah.
So I love what you're doing. Keep doing it. So what motivated you to become an entrepreneur?
Wow. Yes. So I always had the entrepreneur spirit. I never wanted to work for anyone else, and I never liked working a job. However, because of my mindset and due to mental illnesses, when I was in an MLM, when I was 20, and, when I tried different things, I wasn't able to complete them because of my mindset. Now that I have the proper mindset training, and with all the support from you and like everyone else, I'm able to use these resources and the support through the challenging times to still keep doing what I'm doing, because I believe support was the number one thing I was looking for when I wanted to complete those tasks.
Okay. Okay, that's great. I picked up something about you not being able, prior to now, you were not able to complete certain tasks because probably the support system was not there as at that time.
Yes.
Now, you are aware that there are so many people, there are millions of people who are also stuck in that situation, right? So what's your advice for those people who are stuck, who don't even know how to have a complete paradigm shift like you already have now? Nothing can stop you from achieving your goals anymore. So what's your advice for people who were in your shoes, or rather who are in your former shoes?
Yes. I remember that's a very painful place to be, and nothing comes from there. It's just a very unpleasant feeling. So what I would, if I were to go back, I would look for those resources and really invest in a coach or a program such as Les Brown's program to really get a community of people who are like-minded, who can offer you the support. And really, self-development has been life-changing, I believe, for all of us. And that is the key, because in order for us to grow, you have to develop your mind. I feel like that is the first thing you need to do.
Right. Okay. So basically, you're talking about asking them to seek help where and when help is needed as soon as possible. There's no need for procrastination. Yeah, because it is said that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. So you're advising that people who are stuck should seek coaching. That is paramount.
Yes.
They should also surround themselves with, positive-minded people.
And that can, may I just add to that, that can be really hard to do, especially if your family and friends you're around don't think like you. So in order to make that shift, even if you can't invest in, make large investments in coaching or other programs, I say start with the free resources like free webinars and free hotlines if you need mental assistance. And when you go through therapy or you go through whatever you need through those free hotlines, you can shift your mind and then lead into the programs and everything else.
Oh, that's great. So, yeah, because come to think of it, not everyone can afford coaching, right? So networking, attending free webinars is paramount. Do you have examples, or do you have names of? Okay, your program is one of them too. So people can log into your program and possibly reach out to you for help, right?
Yes, and I can direct them. Also, Lisa Nichols is one I followed for a while. I told you about her as well. She has great free
Yes.
webinars. Matt Morris, he's an entrepreneur. He built a multi-million-dollar empire now, and he started off being homeless, living out of his car.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. Jay Shetty has been really helpful. Les Brown as always. And Napoleon Hill. I've been listening to Napoleon Hill a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. I know you are currently studying. You are currently.
Yes, I am.
You are a student as well.
Yeah.
So how are you? Because that's going to be very important. I know I have a lot of followers and listeners.
Yes.
Who feel it's a bit challenging for them to be in school and focusing on their dreams in terms of their business at the same time. So how are you organizing yourself? How do you strike a balance?
So this is something I'm always learning, and it's ever changing. So for me, I sacrifice going out as much as I would. But the one thing that my professors and I have made it clear is that my dream is my number one priority. So
Right.
my school knows what I'm doing, and my school actually supports what I'm doing. I told the advisors there, and our school actually has a program called Grow and Thrive, and support students who are doing more than enough. And I put my dream first. And as far as organization goes, I still complete all of my schoolwork and I do great. However, my dream comes first. So I'm able to do all of this because I start an early morning and I have a routine.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's great. So to all those listening right now, it is possible.
Yes.
Do not allow your mindset tell you that it's not possible to chase your dreams and possibly develop yourself at the same time. It is possible. People have been doing it from time immemorial, and people will continuously do it. So do not allow that become a reason for you to talk yourself out of your dreams, because it's so easy to talk yourself out of your dreams. Les Brown said, if you do the hard things, your life will be easy. But if you do easy things, your life will be hard. It's the easiest thing to complain in life. You can complain. It's the easiest thing. If you want to talk yourself out of a dream, it is the easiest thing ever. So you have to be uncomfortable at times. All right. So that's a great one, Pratibha. I really do appreciate your contribution. So I want to ask you a question regarding the paradigm shift right now.
Sure.
Yeah, right now we are experiencing, I call it perilous times, the pandemic. People have lost their jobs. People have lost loved ones. Businesses have folded up. So what's your advice for people who fall into this category? Those who've lost loved ones, those who have lost their jobs, and business owners that have gone on the ground.
I would reiterate back to seeking help. And the second thing is taking care of yourself first. That would include self-care and a lot of motivational videos, a lot of motivational podcasts, and really take the time to recognize who you're around, because the people you're around during that time can make you either sink into more negativity or bring you out of that into positivity. Right. So you need to take the time for yourself, and you always have a choice. You don't have to wallow in any pity or sorrow just because your family or friends are. You can accept it and move on from that. You don't have to be in that space.
Right. That's a great one. I do appreciate all what you just said. You mentioned three out of what you mentioned really strike me and resonated with me. You mentioned self-care. Self-care is paramount because it is you who is alive that can take care of yourself and also take care of those people left behind by the person you have, the person who passed. It is you who can help yourself look for a new job. It is you who can help yourself start a new business, but you must take care of yourself. Self-care is paramount. All right, and you mentioned motivational materials.
Yes.
So basically you're saying people have to, at this time, people have to be intentional about the things they absorb.
Yes.
Yes, they have to be intentional about what they listen to, what they see, and what they say. Yeah, because what you listen to plays a major role in your mental health. So if you are intentional about listening to only positive things, it will definitely fill up your mind with positivity, right? And you also mentioned the people you hang around with. As Les Brown would call it, this is a time for you who's listening to me and who's watching via YouTube to hang around OQP. OQP is an acronym being used, always used by my mentor and coach, Les Brown. It means only quality people. You don't need to have all the friends in the world. You only need people who would key into your vision. You need people who would inspire you. You need people who would make you see the best out of you. You need people who would help you go through times like this. So networking is key. So thank you so much, Pratibha, for telling me all this.
You're welcome, John.
Okay, so I would like to ask you, where do you see your business in the next 5 years?
Wow. Definitely global. Definitely global. So I'm coming out with apparel soon, snapback shirts, and I'm going to come out with pencils because
Okay.
I feel like pencils are pretty fun and for the youth as well. Yeah, for the business, just for it to be global and to achieve my larger vision that I have, my C-type goal.
Okay. Would you like to share your C-type goal with me and the listeners? Or it's private?
Well, the purpose of my C-type goal is to supply education to billions of children, to support the elderly with orphanages, and to feed the hungry. So those are 3 things that are part of my goal.
Good.
Yes.
Education to billions of people.
Why not? It's possible.
It is possible. In fact, that's the best C-type goal ever. I love that. That's also part of my C-type goal. My C-type goal is to inspire, motivate, and put smiles on billions of people on the planet. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
So
Because I was actually living in Thailand last year, and I've seen the difference of living in a third world, which is now slowly moving into a second world country, and to living in America. It's a very big difference because they lack education there, which is why I was there. And living in that environment was dulling me because I was starting to feel less educated because of the people around me. So yeah, education is really important.
Education is paramount. Talking about education, there is a quote by Confucius that said, if your plan is for 1 year, plant rice. If your plan is for 10 years, plant trees. If your plan is for 100 years, then educate children.
Wow.
Yeah. So that resonates with me. Education is key. Education does not necessarily have to be, the university or being in the four walls of of any institution. Education could be, having to develop your IQ. It could be having to develop your EQ, emotional intelligence, or social intelligence, because these institutions only teach you possibly IQ, how to develop your IQ. They don't teach you the social skills. They don't teach you the things you need to thrive after school in real life, So self-care, self-development, personal development is paramount. So how do you intend to go about educating people? Are you thinking of, setting up a nonprofit organization, or, you want to use your YouTube channel? Can you throw some more light on that?
Yes. So I don't know the how, right? We don't know the how. I don't think about the how. I know it's going to happen. Yes. Right. I'm sticking to my YouTube channel, and that is the vision that I have. The images in my mind is my YouTube channel being global, and I'm going to keep it going and see where it takes me next. And it's always possible to have a nonprofit organization when you have an LLC as well.
Right.
Now, Chai Together is an LLC.
Right.
All possible. So
yeah, I get it. So now I want to educate the people listening to me right now, because what you have just said now resonates with me, and a lot of people might be confused. So I want to educate them. Now, Pratibha has a dream to inspire billions of people, to educate billions of children in the world. If she was the regular girl who has not been through coaching, for the fact that she doesn't know the how, for the fact that she doesn't know how to get started, she would end up talking herself out of that dream. And that's what happens to a lot of people. Now, Richard Branson said, if your dreams don't scare you, then they are too small. So when you are thinking of setting goals, they should be goals that you don't even know how to get started. When you don't know how to get started, it means it's a major goal. It means it's a groundbreaking goal. It means it's a goal that if you are not strong enough within 3 days, you are going to talk yourself out of it because it's too big. Now, every great invention in the world started off as an idea. And the people who made those dreams happen, like those people who invented the planes, they only had the idea. They didn't know how to go about it. But they just did not allow that idea die. How can you keep an idea that you do not know how to start working on? The first thing is to write it down. The first thing is to constantly tell yourself that that is what you want. Now, Greg Reed said, a dream written down with timelines becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed with action makes your dreams come true. So if you're listening and you have talked yourself out of so many dreams that you had in the past because you didn't know how to get started, I want you to take this first step. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. Write those big dreams. You don't need to know the how. Just like Pratibha, I'm going to make a few suggestions for her in case she wants to take anyone. You could educate billions of people by having a nonprofit organization, because you cannot do it by yourself. You cannot do it by yourself. They say professionals create, amateurs compete. You cannot do it by yourself. So with a nonprofit organization, you will be able to get the financial support. You will be able to get people who will key into your dreams. All right? And you already have a great coach. Yeah, so the coach is going to work with you to make sure that dream comes to reality. But do not give up on your dreams. You are on the right path.
Yeah.
Okay. Your YouTube channel can reach, it can go to so many areas that you would least expect it to get to. So thank you so much for that dream. Keep it alive. I would send you reminders from time to time.
Thanks, John.
I will definitely call you back in so you can tell us more how far you have gone. Trust me, within the next few months, you will know the how, for as long as you stay focused on your goals. Les Brown said, review your goals at least twice a day in order for you to stay focused on those goals. So for those people listening to me right now, you have written down those huge dreams and goals. Review them on a daily basis. Thank you, Pratibha. So what do you think about this channel?
I think it's great. I think you have a lot of great quotes that I'm learning as I go. And you are very stern in your goal for this channel. Like, you know what you're doing and you're very serious about it.
Well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Part of my story was that I was always a shy person. I never wanted anything to do with things that are not within my comfort zone. Like if I were with my family members, my friends, people I'm used to, I talk. But I noticed that shyness was a limiting belief because I had a dream of touching billions of lives. And the only way that would have been possible was to be in front of everybody. So when I identified that limiting belief, I knew I had to do something that would put me out there and something that would not cost me a fortune. Then I chose to go on YouTube. So we're pretty new. I'm learning as I go, and it can only get better. I'm saying all this because whatever problem any human being has, know that millions of people out there have the same problem. So that's why our story must be heard. And that's why I chose this channel. Thank you so much for your encouragement, your words of encouragement.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a summit coming up in November in Atlanta.
Oh, yes.
Yes, in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
So do you think it's something you would like to attend?
Yes, I will be there. I told you I will be there.
Awesome. That's great. That's great. So for those of you listening to this program, we typically have a summit that it's a mastermind program where we encourage people who want to share their stories, people who have a story that can inspire others. So if you are interested in participating in this summit, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be more than willing and able to send details to you. Pratibha, do you want to tell people how they can reach out to you?
Oh, yeah, sure. My channel, Chai Together, that's CHAI, the word together, on YouTube. Instagram, Chai Together LLC, and my Facebook is Pratibha Day.
Okay, great.
My name below to spell it.
Yeah, so you can search for Pratibha Day. Her name is displayed on the screen right now.
I am also on Podcast Apple and Google Podcasts as Pratibha Day as well.
Oh, great. So you're on Podcast Apple, Google,
Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify.
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yes, and LinkedIn as well, Pratibha Day.
LinkedIn as well. Okay. So for anybody who feels they want to belong to a networking group, where you can have people encourage you, please feel free to look out for Pratibha's Chai Together.
Oh.
You will definitely not regret it. Okay, so Pratibha, thank you so much for coming on the program. I just want to remind my listeners and those of you watching via YouTube as well to remember to share this message. Like it on YouTube, share on podcast or share on YouTube, because you might just be saving the life of just that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. So until next time, thank you all for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.